Keanu Reeves' name resonates like a whispered prayer carried across generations. For over 5 decades, he has navigated Hollywood as if it were foreign territory, yet leaving an indelible mark. From The Matrix, which transformed him into a philosopher warrior, to John Wick, where sorrow and rage became art, his impact extends beyond box office numbers. Over $1.5 billion in gross revenue and $380 million personal fortune. Yet it is the love of millions who see in him a living proof of kindness and integrity that defines his legacy, far beyond the glimmering lights of Hollywood fame. Childhood in motion. Born Keanu Charles Reeves on September 2, 1964 in Beirut, Lebanon, his early life was defined by impermanence. His father, Samuel Reeves Jr., of Chinese-Hawaiian descent, left when Keanu was 3, vanishing without explanation. His mother, Patricia Taylor, an English showgirl, raised him amidst relentless upheaval, moving from Sydney to New York to Toronto. Stepfathers came and went. Home was never home, but a suitcase. Grandparents and nannies became anchors in a sea of uncertainty. Keanu grew up understanding that stability is rare. Each relocation, each separation, and each loss quietly sculpted a resilience and empathy that would later define both his personal and professional life. Struggling to learn school was a battlefield for Keanu. Dyslexia made the letters on a page seem chaotic, and his restless nature often clashed with authority. Attending 4 high schools in 5 years, including being expelled from the Attlebrook School of the Arts, he struggled to find a place in a structured environment. Yet, in sports and theatre, he discovered refuge. Hockey, especially as a goalie, became a role of purpose, absorbing chaos so others could be safe. Theatre allowed him to step into lives beyond his own, finding solace in characters and stories. Acting became not just passion, but a lifeline. Early Hollywood struggles. At 17, Keanu moved to Los Angeles, armed with nothing but ambition. Odd jobs hardened his hands while auditions tested his resolve. Rejections piled up like invisible weights. His first film paycheck, $3,000 for Youngblood, barely covered rent, yet it mirrored his own life, standing between danger and stability. Days were stretched with cheap sandwiches and uncertainty. For a time, the dream of acting seemed a mistake. But then came Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in 1986. Its unexpected success revealed Keanu's unique charm. Audiences responded to his earnestness, and Hollywood began to take notice, opening doors to roles that would define a generation. Rise to action. Stardom Point Break 1991 and Speed 1994 established Keanu as an action star. Speed alone grossed $350 million worldwide, cementing his reputation. Yet success did not erase grief or doubt. His body bore the demands of stunts, his mind wrestled with loss. Fame arrived alongside heartbreak, a duality he would carry for life. Even as the world celebrated, Keanu remained acutely aware of life's fragility. Each applause felt hollow against personal tragedies, yet these challenges would not deter him. Instead, they shaped the depth and authenticity he brought to every role, blending vulnerability with strength in a way few actors ever achieve. River Phoenix. Loss and friendship. Keanu's friendship with River Phoenix was profound. They bonded over motorcycles and philosophy, sharing a sensitivity often alien to Hollywood's superficiality. River's death from a drug overdose on October 31, 1993, when Keanu was filming Speed, left him paralyzed with grief. Witnessing his best friend die at 23 forced Keanu into a deep, private depression. The emptiness and helplessness of the moment would linger. Sandra Bullock later recalled how his mourning drew people in, revealing a rare openness. This loss, so early and sudden, carved a space in Keanu's life that would never fully heal, shaping his empathy and the quiet dignity that fans have long admired. Caring for a sister. While personal tragedy struck, Keanu devoted himself to family. In 1991, his sister Kim was diagnosed with leukemia. For a decade, he became her primary caretaker, selling his home, spending millions on treatment, and attending to her daily needs. He provided support with a steadfast, selfless devotion that mirrored his later approach to life. Quietly heroic. Rarely noticed by the public. After 10 years of dedication, Kim went into remission, demonstrating the power of unwavering love. Keanu's experiences with her taught him that sometimes the smallest acts of care and presence can profoundly shape someone's life, instilling hope amid despair. A Daughter Who Never Lived. 1999 brought both triumph and heartbreak. The Matrix became a cultural phenomenon, earning Keanu immense wealth. Yet personal tragedy struck in the same year. Jennifer Syme, his partner, was 8 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava Archer Sim Reeves. On Christmas Eve, Ava was stillborn. The grief of losing a child before she could breathe marked Keanu with an unshakable sorrow. He and Jennifer tried to navigate the unimaginable pain, but Ava's death became a shadow over their relationship. They eventually separated, maintaining friendship through shared grief, the only two people who could truly understand the depth of their loss. Jennifer Syme. Double grief. 18 months later, tragedy struck again. On April 2, 2001, Jennifer Syme died in a car accident, leaving Keanu to confront grief on a staggering scale. She was buried alongside Ava, a mother and child taken before their time. Keanu's life had now been marked by loss from early childhood, to friends, to family, to his own potential child. Yet, instead of succumbing, he used grief as a crucible for growth. Each loss deepened his empathy and resolve. He continued acting, finding in it both a livelihood and a lifeline, a bridge across a life that had often felt unlivable. Love and companionship. In Alexandra Grant, Keanu found a different kind of peace. They had been friends for a decade before going public in 2019. Their relationship is not defined by romance in the Hollywood sense, but by companionship, mutual respect, and shared creativity. Walking red carpets hand in hand, they exemplify partnership built on equality. They do not perform for cameras, they simply exist together. At 60, Keanu has discovered the quiet joy of being understood without the pressure of completion. Their connection demonstrates that healing does not erase past grief. It allows life to continue, enriched by shared understanding and care. A life of kindness. Despite wealth and fame, Keanu lives modestly, choosing experiences and generosity over extravagance. He rides public transportation, buys meals for strangers, gifts motorcycles to stunt teams, and gives crew members significant bonuses. His net worth of $380 million contrasts with a life defined by humility and compassion. He co-founded Arch Motorcycle Company, voiced characters, wrote comics, yet his true legacy lies in how he treats others. Acts of kindness, often unseen, define him more than accolades or earnings. Keanu's life demonstrates that wealth means little if it cannot ease the burdens of others. Philosophy of survival. Keanu's philosophy is simple yet profound. Survival is not just enduring, but living with dignity through grief. He has repeatedly emphasized the value of presence, gratitude, and compassion. To him, kindness is not weakness. It is the rarest form of strength. His life, from Beirut to Hollywood, from hockey to acting, from heartbreak to quiet love, reveals a blueprint for resilience. The choices to act kindly, to care deeply, and to engage fully with life, even amidst profound sorrow, reveal a man whose heroism is defined not by fighting villains, but by sustaining humanity in a world that often punishes it. Enduring legacy. Keanu Reeves is a testament to the transformative power of grief, resilience, and kindness. He has taught that heroism comes in quiet gestures, that generosity and empathy endure where fame and fortune cannot. From losing a father, friends, and a child, to navigating fame and fortune with humility, he embodies the paradox of strength in vulnerability. His life reminds us that surviving the unsurvivable is possible, that joy can coexist with sorrow, and that the choice to be gentle is among the rarest victories. Watching him walk through life, we are reminded that it is never too late to begin again. Final reflection. If Keanu Reeves can carry unimaginable loss and still walk through the world with kindness, gratitude, and humility, so can any of us. His story teaches that grief shapes but doesn't define. Sorrow can coexist with love, and survival can become art. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded to open our eyes each morning and, in the quietest moments, whisper to ourselves, "I'm happy to be here." In honoring Keanu, we honor the human capacity to endure, to care, and to choose compassion, even when the world seems unbearably cruel.